Hey guys, this is a re-upload of the video that I put up yesterday, or really I put it up at like 1 a.m., so it's pretty much today anyway. But I got rid of the annoying screen lag by recording it straight from Des Mumi, and because I figured out how to do that now. It wasn't working before, but now it is. Anyway, this is an RU battle. I lead off with Hariyama because I know he has no ghosts, and I can safely go for the fake out on whatever to get my Toxic Orb. He goes out and do his Violet Duosion. And I don't want to take psychic attacks, so I'm going to switch out to Donnie. Because Donnie can take these attacks all day, you know what I'm saying? So he takes that. And this guy's going to try and run away, but nobody gets away from Donnie without taking a little collateral damage, you know? So I go for the pursuit, which I thought would kill it, but apparently not. Because it survives with a small amount of HP. So, Pharisee's going to wall me, so I'm going to go into Juan, who mows the lawn. And, he's going to go for a Thunder Wave, which I've never seen on Pharisee, but, you know, it makes sense. It's a good move. Which is bad because I'm Scarfed. So I wanted to steal his Evilite and get rid of my pretty much now useless Scarf, but he actually switches back into his Duosion. I don't know if he was predicting the trick or if he's probably just using it as death fodder, but it's bad because now it means I have to take a hit before I can kill him, and Duosion actually has pretty damn good special attacks, like base 120 or 125 or something. It's pretty damn high, especially for RU. So he's going to go into Rapidash. I'm going to go into Myrtle the Turtle to take a Flare Blitz, but probably not the best idea, considering I'm much more specially defensive than physical. I think I have like 36 defensive E's, calm nature. So I'm going to go for the Protect, see if he has the Wild Bolt. Because if he has the Wild Bolt, it means he probably doesn't have HP Grass, and that means that my physically defensive Rhyperior can probably wall this thing to eternity and back. So, I'm going to go now into Rhyperior, but I guess he predicts that and goes into his Superior. And I'm like, well, shit. That was a superior play. Oh, man, that was a bad pun. So I was predicting either a Glare or a Leech Seed, and at this point, Rotom Cut's immune to both of them, but he goes to the Leaf Blade. Here, I tried to go for the trick to steal his leftovers and give him an Evilite, but he goes to the sub, and I get paralyzed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now, he's going to go for the Coil. Luckily, I don't get paralyzed this turn, and I'm able to take his sub out with a Hidden Power Fire. So I take out the Substitute, and here he goes for the Leaf Blade. I thought even at +1, considering how much the first one did, it wouldn't kill me, but he gets a crit, which probably mattered, but it has a high crit chance anyway, so, you know, that's whatever. I'm going to go now into Venomoth. This is Super Pascal's set. He's the guy who's like #1 on the RU leaderboard on Smogon. I'm like number 7, or I was at least, but this guy is pretty damn good, and this is his set, and it's pretty damn good. It's physically defensive. Anyway, this guy's going to go for the Leech Seed as I miss my Sleep Powder. Now he's going to go for the Leaf Blade, but like he said, physically defensive, 4 times resist, it's going to do nothing. And I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz, but this thing has actually no special attack investment. So even with a crit and super effective, it's not going to take it out because of Superior's bulk. Here, I go for the Quiver Dance because I want to outspeed this thing. But he's going to switch out into his Rapidash, which is a good play, because I can't touch this thing. Even with Tinted Lens, a Bug Buzz at +1 is just not enough to take this thing out. So I go now into what I should have done before, which is Rhyperior. Go into Rhyperior as he is going to go for the Double Edge, which, of course, I run max HP, max physical bulk on this Rhyperior. It's a pretty good set. Counters Honchkrow pretty damn well. So, Double Edge is doing nothing. I know this is a perfect time to get up the Stealth Rock, so that's what I'm going to do. He goes into Superior, and this time I'm not afraid of this thing because I know that it's physical, and I know that its attack without any boosts is pretty shitty. So I'm thinking Solid Rock, max physical defense. Even 4 times effective Leaf Blade does like a third to me after leftovers, and I'm like, fuck yo, Leaf Blade. And then I kill him with a Rock Slide. So that's going to be the end of his Superior. And Rhyperior is looking pretty good at this point, sitting at about 3/4 In comes Ferroseed. I can Earthquake it, but it's not going to do that much. I was predicting maybe a Thunder Wave, him predicting the switch, but he goes to the Leech Seed, and it misses, which sucks for him. Now I'm just going to take him out with a close combat. I do get a crit here, but I'm like 99% sure that it didn't matter, because Guts boosted, stab, super effective close combat is kind of overkill on Ferroseed, even with Eviolite. It's not taking that. So he's going to go into Cryogonal here, and since I have the -1 special defense, I didn't want to take an Ice Beam. Although looking back, I probably could have lived it, and that would have been a great play if I had stayed in. Because he predicts the switch, goes for the Rapid Spin, which is good for him. And I'm in Myrtle the Turtle, and he can't really do anything to me, so I'm just going to fire off a Scald here. And he switches out to Rapidash, which I don't know why he did. I really have no idea why he did that. Maybe he was trying to get a Wild Bull off or something, but I kill him with a crit. Crit probably mattered. I want to say it did, but, you know, whatever. That's cool. That's cool. I'm cool with that. So he's going to go into Sock, and I knew he was probably just going to go for the close combat. I wanted to get a Scald because I knew he'd have the -1 special defense, and there's always a chance for a burn. But this does disappointing. It does just a little bit over half, even with the -1 special defense, and he's just going to 2-hit KO me with close combat, and I'm thinking, ooh, that's not good. So here, I go on a Donnie for some reason. This was kind of a lapse in judgment. I go for the Sucker Punch, even though it's not very effective, because, you know, he has a -2, but he just switches out to Cryogonal, and I'm thinking, well, that wasn't very smart, because Donnie can't take the Ice Beam, so I'm going to have to switch out, go to Chubbs. Now, this was another misplay, because Chubbs also can't take the Ice Beam. It's a 2-hit KO after the poison damage, and I was like, well, shit, I'm playing dumb. I go for the Fake Out just because I can, and he switches out into Sock. I think Cryogonal and Sock are his last two guys, and it almost kills him, but doesn't. And this is actually really bad because, for whatever reason, he has Reversal. It's probably just a filler move, but it works out for him here because he lives with such a small amount. Luckily, though, I still have Venomoth, and it's physically defensive, and even a basically full power Reversal isn't doing anything because it's 4 times resisted. So I go for the Bug Buzz because he has such little HP, but he actually switches it back into his Cryogonal, which has pretty good special defense, so it's going to take that easily. Now, the rest of my team cannot take an Ice Beam, so I just kind of have to hope that Venomoth can take it, even though I have like 4 guys left. But I do take it pretty well, and I'm going to go for the Roost and get a lot more HP back than I actually had, so that's pretty good. So I'm thinking, since Ice Beam's doing that much, I can just freaking set up on this thing. With Quiver Dance and Roost, I can set up all day on this thing as long as he doesn't get a freeze or a crit. But, so that's what I'm going to try and do. I go for the Quiver Dance there. I'm going to go for the Roost here so those Ice Beams aren't doing anything. Go for that Roost. And as it turns out, as luck would have it, he's running Haze. And I'm like, aw, damn it. That sucks. Because now it means I can't set up on him. But I do still have the Sleep Powder. And I know that I can take an Ice Beam. He's going to get a crit here. It's not going to kill me. And I'm able to hit the Sleep Powder and put him to sleep. So that's good. Now, here I believe I go for the Roost again just to get my health back. He's going to switch out to his Sock again. But these past couple of turns, it's pretty much just been the beginning of the end because he has only 2 guys. I have 4, I think. Yeah, I think I have 4 at this point. And so there's not really much he can do. Here, I predict him to go for the Stone Edge because I've been thinking he was Scarf the whole game. And he goes for the Stone Edge. It's going to do nothing to Rhyperior, and I know that Rock Slide is the move to use this turn because he's got the Cryogonal, which is weak to it, and it's going to kill Sock at this point anyway. So it turns out he is going to switch to his Cryogonal, which is going to get one-shotted by the Rock Slide. And all he has left is the Sock. So He's going to go into it here, and I thought maybe I can live a reversal just because of solid rock and physical bulk and stuff. But he gets a crit, which I don't know if it mattered at all, but, you know, it doesn't matter because I have two guys with priority, and I'm going to go into Hariyama and kill him off with a fake out. So that was the game. Comment, rate, sub, enjoy, and all that's